Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very breezy day out here. It's been tossing between, a little bit of a late winter and a spring weather out here. I hope it's warming up for you guys who are still experiencing that cold weather. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the ways that I use to identify whether a tree or a plant has made it through winter or not, meaning that basically, is it still alive? I grow some tropical and subtropical plants. Even though in this mild climate in zone 10, it still can get quite cold in the nighttime for something that's not used to anything below, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So I usually would just cover them on the more colder nights or move them indoor if I really have to. But usually with subtropical plants, they just kind of act like deciduous trees. When it gets cold, they would drop their leaves sometimes. If it's your first time growing them, you don't know how, the characteristics or the behavior of your plants. When the leaves drop, a lot of us would get concerned and think that it died, but it actually didn't. The days continue to warm. You don't see any new buds, any new growth or little specks of green. You start to question. In this small space, it's really important for me to know if the plants are dead or alive, basically, because I don't have a lot of space. Of course, it's very sad, when the tree dies. But in the small space, I guess I try to look at it in a positive way. I'm making room for the existing plants, or there's a space opened up for a new plant, that I get to grow. Now let's talk about the ways how you can tell whether the tree is dead or alive. Let's take a look at this tree as an example to tell whether this tree is dead or alive. Now this is a soursop tree I grew from seed probably about 8 years now from Hawaii, from the best soursop fruit I ever had. This tree, it is normal to see the leaves drop for the winter here, even though it's been like 8 or 9 years. I was thinking maybe it would slowly acclimate to the mild winter here. There were times that I actually moved it indoor at the beginning, the first few years through the entire winter with grow lights. And then I slowly just kind of let it come out here. The last couple years, I would tarp it if it's really cold or if we get a lot of rain. This past winter, we didn't expect it to be that wet of a winter, so I kept it outside, and they said the rain was just going to be like a couple of days, but it ended up being like almost an entire week of rain back and forth, and it was really heavy rain. With tropical and subtropical trees that are sensitive to the cold, you don't want the soil to dry out completely during the cold, because that actually gives them a less chance to fight or to get through the cold. So you want the soil to stay somewhat moist but not too wet. But with the rain in the winter, it really made it super damp, and I think that may have rotted out the tree roots of this. So one thing that I look for in a tree like this one here, because it kind of acts as a deciduous, the leaves drop in the winter, but now it's been warming up. I still haven't seen any peaks of on the node areas, any kind of new growth at all. Usually I would, but it's just because getting to know this tree, on the 8th year or the 9th year, I know that it would come back by this time of year already, but I haven't seen any growth on it. Let's take a look at this. This is a jujube, a dwarf jujube I just got from my buddy. And this one is just sticks just like that one. So you really can't tell if this is dead or alive just by looking at it. And there are some, nodes here that the leaves will grow out of. Here is a mulberry. You can see this part on this branch. It's got these leaf nodes. So these buds look brown, but then if you look at the one next to it, it's got some green. So this one is more developed. The brown ones eventually would get the new leaf growth pushing out, making these little peaks would be green, and then it'll open up and become a leaf. So that's a very good sign for this little tree. It is coming out of its dormancy. However, I don't see any of these signs on the soursop. So that kind of worries me. The next thing I will check is to use my hand, and I actually would touch it, because a dead tree would usually be more hard, but it depends on how long it's been dead. If it's a really, it's been gone for a while, it's going to be a little more hollow, it's going to dry out more and more lightweight. When you're tending in the garden, just really get to know your plants by looking at it and touching, feeling it, like this one here. Touch something when it's alive, when it's thriving, and something that's dried up. When you touch it, you'll know the difference between the two. So this one here, I know that it's alive because when I press on the branches, it is firm and strong, but it also gives. It's got a little bit of that softness to it because it's still alive and there's moisture in there. It is more plump when I press on it. And then it is also more flexible. I know this jujube is a very young one, so it is easier to bend. However, you would find that it does not bend as much. The tree, a dead tree, would lose its flexibility. It would also be just very hard. And this one, yeah, it kind of bends and I can feel that there's moisture content inside. Whereas this tree is hard. I cannot bend it at all. It is hard, but also feels light to me. And then when I tap it, it echoes. The center is more hollow as, things decay and dry out. So it lost its flexibility. It is hollow. When I tap on this one, the sound is different. It doesn't have that echoey sound. It sounds more solid. It's kind of like when you knock on the walls in the house to find out where the beams are. The hollow spots in where the beams are, they both sound different. And then if you're still not sure, you can always do a little scratch on your tree, just like on a branch, just a small little scratch to see if there's green inside. Let's give this a scratch. The bark doesn't even want to come off. But if I scratch this one, see that little speck of green? That's because this tree is still, this is a living tree. Now, if you still can't tell, I would use a pruning shears and cut just a little piece of the branch to check. And this is just like a piece of wood. This is completely dry. The center is solid. There's no green at all. Whereas like this blueberry bush here, by the way, it's doing amazing. Let's see if any fruits are ready. Okay, not yet. I think it still needs a few more days. But yeah, this blueberry bush had dropped its leaves for a while when I put it in more shade area. Finally, I found a spot that's in the sun, so it's loving it right now. It's coming back. But when it was in the shade, when the leaves kept dropping and it didn't put a lot of growth, I was getting worried. So I just did the same thing. Give it a snip just to see. See, when I cut this, there's green on the inside. And it's actually easier to cut when things are fresh and alive. It's softer. Another thing that usually you can tell if a tree is dead or alive would be to move it. Now, obviously, you cannot really do this test on a big tree, but for a small home, home garden like this one, if I pushed it, do you see that? If I kind of like try to move it, it moves easily, and that's because the tree has died for a while. I didn't know about it. It was probably the really heavy rain that got to it a couple months back. So the roots are slowly decaying. Therefore, it is no longer providing any, anchor for the tree. These are the ways that I use to detect if my tree is dead or alive. For the ones that don't make it, I just have to say my thank you and open up more space for more possibilities. Well, I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. Leave your comment down below. Let me know how you are able to tell whether your tree is dead or alive, or what are you growing in your garden. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification button so you won't miss out on future episodes. For plant seeds and garden supplies, go check out WENDILAND.com. I'll leave that link in the description box below. Thank you for your support. I shall see you right back here in the next video. Happy gardening.